Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to Social Science online teaching classes from Vishwamanava Residential High School. Dear students, in today's class, let us discuss about the most important question and answers in the lesson Entrepreneurship, Indian Soils and Indian Forest Resources. These three lessons let us discuss one by one. First, in the business studies part of the second lesson, that is entrepreneurship. Dear students, this chapter is very important in your examination point of view. This chapter is asked for 3 marks. You have already learnt in the previous classes the whole concept of entrepreneurship. Now, let us discuss the question and answers one by one in this lesson. Okay? Answer the following questions. First question, entrepreneurship is a creative activity. How? Answer, entrepreneurship is a creative activity because it is the ability to create and build something. Then second point, it is an act of sensing. Then third point, it is a mind to seek opportunities. And fourth point, he derives benefits by setting. Then last point, it is an innovative activity. Then second question, very important. What are the characteristics of entrepreneur? Or what are the characteristics of entrepreneurship? Answer, the characteristics of entrepreneur, one is creativity, second one is innovation, third one is dynamism, fourth one is leadership, fifth one is team building, sixth one is achievement motivation, seventh one is problem solving, eighth one is goal orientation, ninth one is risk taking, 10th one is decision making and commitment, and the last one is self confidence. So these are the characteristics of entrepreneurship. Then let's move on. The another important question in this chapter, what are the functions of entrepreneur? Dear students, this question is very important in your examination point of view. Sometimes this question is asked for 3 marks or 4 marks. So very important. Okay. The functions of entrepreneur. First point, in the functions of entrepreneur we can see he organizes factors of production. Entrepreneur organized factors of production. There are 4 factors of production are there. One is land, second one is labor, third one is capital, and fourth one is organization. There are 4 factors of production. Then second point, he starts new business activity. Then third point, he introduces new methods into practice. Then fourth point, he handles budget of his concern. Then fifth point, he breaks risk and uncertainty, and the last point, he coordinates things effectively. So these are the functions of an entrepreneur. Then fourth question, entrepreneurs plays an important role in economic development of India. How? First you can observe the question. Entrepreneur plays a very important role in the economic development of India. How? Because first point, promotes capital formation. Then second point, it provides employment to people. Third point, helps the country to increase gross domestic product and per capita income. Then fourth point, promotes development of industries. Then fifth point, promote country's export trade. Then next point, enable the people to avail better quality goods at lower price and the last point to improve the standard of living. So these are the entrepreneur plays an very important role in the economic development of India. Then the fifth question in this lesson, entrepreneurs serve as the spark plug in the economy engine. Justify or explain the importance of an entrepreneur. Dear students, this question is also very important in your examination point of view. Keep it in mind. What are the importance of an entrepreneur? First point, in the importance of an entrepreneur, we can see stimulates the economic progress. Then second point, mobilize the saving of public. Then third point, create more employment opportunities. Then fourth point, promote country's export. Then fifth point, introduce new methods. Then sixth point, increase the national income. Then seventh point, expand domestic market. And the last point to introduce new products to markets. So these are the importance of an entrepreneur. Then the last question in this lesson, that is, list out the areas of self-employment opportunities for an entrepreneur. What are the areas of self-employment opportunities for entrepreneur? Let us discuss one by one. First point, the self-employment areas opportunities for entrepreneur, we can see advertising agencies. Then second point, marketing consultancy. Then third point, industrial consultancy. Then fourth point, photocopying centers. Then fifth point, industrial testing labs. Then internet browsing centers. And the last point, equipment rental and leasing. So these are the areas of self-employment opportunities for an entrepreneur. So this is about the concept of entrepreneurship. Then let's move on. Another very important chapter in the geography part 4th, that is soils of India or Indian soils. Dear students, Indian soils, this chapter is very simple, very easy and scoreable lesson, that is Indian soil. Dear students, you have already learnt in the previous classes what are the concept of Indian soils. In this chapter, we have already learnt in the previous classes or videos. One is meaning and importance of soils in India. Second one is types of soils and their distributions. Then third point, meaning of soil erosion, causes and effects, and soil conservations. These points we have already discussed in the previous classes. Dear students, first, meaning of soil. What is the meaning of soil? Soil is the thin surface layer of the earth comprising of closely intermixed minerals and organic substance. That is the meaning of a soil. Okay. Answer the following questions in 3 or 4 sentences each. Which are the major types of soils in India? The first question, which are the major types of soils in India? I already told the meaning of soil. It is a thin surface layer of the earth, or it is the upper layer of the earth comprising of closely intermixed minerals and organic substance, that is called as a soil. Then what are the major types of soils? Here, soils of India can be broadly classified into 6 major types. One is alluvial soil, second one is black soil, third one is red soil, fourth one is laterite soil, fifth one is desert soil, and the last one is mountain soil. So these are the types of soils in India. Then second question, explain the distribution of black soil in India. Answer, black soils are largely found in the Deccan region areas. The Deccan region areas like Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, parts of Telangana, northern part of Karnataka, parts of Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. So these are the distributions of black soil in our country. Then third question, what are the characteristics of red soil? Answer, the characteristics of red soil, one is, first point, red soils are formed from the weathering of granite and other crystalline rocks. Then second point, the color of these soils is generally red. Then third point, they are more sandy and less clay, so they do not retain moisture. So this is about the characteristics of a red soil. Then let's move on. The another important question in this chapter, that is, mention the main causes of soil erosion. What are the causes of soil erosion? You have already learnt in the concept of soil erosion. Once again I repeat, the soil erosion means it is the removal of topsoil by natural agents, the rivers, the glaciers, winds, sea waves, etc. Remove the top layer of fertile soil. Understand? Soil erosion is one of the most important problems in India. What are the causes? What are the causes of soil erosion? First point, deforestation. Deforestation is the main causes of soil erosion. Then second point, overgrazing. Third point, shifting cultivation. Then fourth point, methods of cultivation. And the last point, use of topsoil for marketing bricks and tiles. So these are the characteristics of soil erosion. Then very important question, fifth question, what are the major effects of soil erosion? What are the major effects of soil erosion? Answer, first point, loss of soil fertility and fall in agricultural productivity. Then second point, it leads to silting and floods, change the course of rivers and reduction of capacity of the receivers. Then third point, groundwater level is low and there is a decrease in soil moisture. Then fourth point, vegetation covers disrupt and dot increase. And the last point, economy as a whole suffers a great setback. So these are the major effects of soil erosion. Understand? Soil erosion is the displacement of the upper layer of soil. Then the another important question, that is, what are the methods of soil conservation? What are the methods of soil conservation? First we are going to study what is meant by soil conservation. Answer, dear students, the soil conservation means it is protection of soil from erosion and preserving of fertility of the soil, that is called as a soil conservation. Understand? Then what are the major methods of soil conservation, or what are the measures of soil conservation? The first one is the methods of soil conservation. We can see afforestation and reforestation. Afforestation and reforestation. The second point, controlled overgrazing. Third point, contour farming. Then fifth point, construction of check dams. Then sixth point, contour bunding. Then last point, gully control and bench tracing. So these are the methods of soil conservation. Okay, let's move on. another important chapter in the geography part 1, the fifth chapter, that is Indian forest resources. Dear students, the concept of Indian forest resources you already learnt in the previous videos. Meaning of forest and importance of forest resources, types and distributions of forest in India, then conservation of forest, then wildlife sanctuaries and national parks in India, and biosphere reserves of India. These points you already learnt in the previous video. Now let us discuss the question and answers in the lesson Indian forest resources. Dear students, this chapter is asked for 2 marks in your examination. First, we are going to discuss what is meant by forest. Forest means it is a total plant life growing naturally in an area is called as a forest, or a large area of land covered with trees and undergrowth is called as a forest. Understand? In the Indian forest resources, the first question, answer the following questions in 3 or 4 sentences each. The first question, name the desert vegetation area in India. Very important. Name the desert vegetation area in India. Answer. The desert vegetation area in India, we can see Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Deccan Plateau region. So these are the desert vegetation area in India. Then second question, mention the measures for the conservation of forest. Mention the measures for the conservation of a forest. The measures for the conservation of forest, we can see first point, control of deforestation. Second point, restriction on grazing. Third point, control of forest fire. Then fourth point, prevention of encroachment on forest. Then fourth point, control of forest insects and diseases. And the next point, controlling illegal cutting of trees. And the last point, encourage afforestation. So these are the measures for the conservation of a forest. Dear students, I already told the meaning of forest. It is a large area of land covered with trees and undergrowth is called as a forest. We can see in the types of forest in our country, the types of forest is fully depend on climate, soil and relief. But climate is the most important factor. India is a vast country and it has a great variety of forest. Dear students, the forest can be broadly classified into 6 major types. One is tropical evergreen forest. Second one is tropical deciduous forest. Then third one is scrub forest and grassland. Then fourth one is desert vegetation. Then fifth one is mountain forest. And the last one is mangrove forest. So these are the types of forest. Then third question, name the national parks of India. Dear students, very important. There are 3 national parks of Karnataka. Name the national parks of Karnataka. There are 3 national parks of Karnataka. One is Bandipur National Park. Then second one is Nagarhole National Park and Bannerghatta National Park. So these are the national parks of in Karnataka. Then fourth question, mention the main objectives of a biosphere reserve. Biosphere reserve are a special category of protected area of land. What are the main objectives of the biosphere? First one is conservation, second one is research, third one is education, and fourth one is local involvement. So these are the main objectives of a biosphere reserve. Then fifth question, explain the features of the tropical deciduous forest. What are the features of the tropical deciduous forest? First point, the tropical deciduous forest, we can see these forests are found in areas with an annual rainfall of 100 to 200 centimeter. Then second point, they occupied a wide area largely on the eastern slopes. Then third point, the trees in these forests shed their leaves during spring and early summer. Hence, they are also known as monsoon forest. Then last point, the important trees are teal, sandalwood, kusum, kanju, mango, neem, etc. So these are the concept or features of a tropical deciduous forest. Then sixth question, explain the features of the tropical evergreen forest. What are the features of the tropical evergreen forest? Okay, let us discuss one by one. First point, these forests are found in areas of heavy rainfall, heavy annually rainfall. Then these forests are dense and the trees grow to a great height. Then the tropical evergreen forest, we can see the trees or plants do not shed their leaves during the year, hence they are evergreen. Understand? Then the important trees are teak, rosewood, ebony, mahogany, gurjan, and champa. So this is the concept or features of a tropical evergreen forest. Then seventh question, where are the mangrove forests found? Answer, dear students, these forests are found in west area. These forests are found in wet marshy area, in river deltas, and along the sea coast. They are mainly found in the deltas of rivers on the eastern coast to the western coast of India. Then the eighth question, what are the causes for the destructions for forest? Answer, the expansion of agricultural land. Second point, constructions of roads and railway. Third point, irrigation project. Fourth point, industrialization. Fifth point, urbanization. Then overgrazing, and the last point of forest. So these are the causes for the forest. Then the next question, what is forest conservation? And why do forest conservation is essential? What is forest conservation? And why do forest conservation is essential? Answer, forest conservation is to protect the forest from human, animal, and natural disasters. Then to maintain environmental balance. Why do forest conservation is essential? Because to maintain environmental balance, getting rain. Then third point, to protect habitat of wildlife, wild animals. Then last point, to prevent soil erosion. Then this is about forest conservation. Then the next question, what are the types of forest found in India? I already told there are 6 major types of forest found in India. One is tropical evergreen forest. Second one is tropical deciduous forest. Third one is scrub forest and grassland. Then fourth one is desert vegetation. Fifth one is mangrove forest. And the last one is a mountain forest. So these are the types of forest found in India. Dear students, so these are the very important question and answers in this lesson. One is entrepreneurship, second one is Indian soils, and third one is Indian forest resources. Okay, my dear students, thank you.